Our correspondent Alison Horn is there now and joins us. Alison, there is quite the turnout there outside St Giles Cathedral in Edinburgh.
Yeah, many people have been lining up here trying to secure a spot at this momentous occasion since the early hours of this morning. I want to give you a little bit of an idea now of just how many people are here. Thousands of people. I'm at St Giles Cathedral, and if you have a bit of a look around, you can see there isn't almost a single space that is filled with people here. That is because there are so many people that want to come out and pay their respects as Queen Elizabeth makes this final journey through Scotland. And people here have come from not just Scotland but also further abroad. I want to introduce you to Andrew, who has come here from Manchester today. Andrew, can you tell me why you decided to make this trip?
I felt like it was the least that I could do after everything that the Queen's done for us. Every day of her life for 70 years, to take one day out of my life to come up here and pay my respects to an amazing lady. I felt I had something I had to do.
And you've got some sort of a military connection that has really deepened your feelings about the Queen as well.
Well, when I left the school, I joined the Royal Marines, and obviously when you do that, you sign up to fight for your Queen and country. Obviously Queen first, so I felt it. She's always had a special place in my heart, still does.
How emotional are you feeling today? I know there's definitely a sense of anticipation here in the crowd, but I can imagine as the procession starts to arrive here, it will be quite emotional.
I'm sure it will be for a lot of people. I mean, as you can see from the crowds today, she obviously meant a lot to a lot of people, so they feel that they need to come and maybe we'll see some more emotions throughout the day. And I can see myself getting quite emotional when she starts to make her way down, for sure.
And can you briefly just tell me, what is it about the Queen that has really captured your heart, your adoration?
I think it's her dedication to her people throughout the years. She always seemed to do the right thing, carry herself in the right manner. She always have a smile on her face. And I think she went about her life in the way that I think a lot of people should.
Thank you so much for sharing your reflections on the Queen. And many, I guess that's just one small taste of how people are feeling here, a real mixture of emotions. For someone who a lot of people say is not only a figurehead, a monarch, but also someone that they feel very deeply personally connected to.
A figure who's touched so many lives. Alison, what are the next steps in what is a sombre procession?
So it's just under an hour away until the procession starts at Holyrood House Palace. We know the Queen's coffin will start along the Royal Mile. She'll be followed by a guard of honour that will include King Charles and other members of the royal family. There'll be a gun salute that is heard throughout this procession, which will culminate here. We can probably see some of the preparations that are being made at the moment. I think this possibly might even be King Charles coming through right now, Manny. I'll just pause. So as we see there, that was King Charles coming down the Royal Mile, heading towards Holyrood House Palace, where he will go and join a guard of honour that follows the Queen's coffin as she makes this procession up the Royal Mile. They'll come here to St Giles Cathedral, where there will be a vigil and a prayer service held, and then the Queen's body will lay in rest for 24 hours. That'll be the public's chance to go and see her coffin and pay their final respects before the Queen is returned to London tomorrow.
And we are seeing live pictures of this procession making their way through the streets of Edinburgh. You can see there on your screen. Alison, I also wanted to ask you, Scottish attitudes to the royals are mixed at the best of times, but what have you observed during your time there following the Queen's death?
Well, people that we've been speaking to in Edinburgh have expressed a great deep love and devotion for Her Majesty. They've talked about her in terms of not just being a monarch and a figurehead, but also someone that they have considered to be a local when she is here in Edinburgh. You know, we were visiting a pub just down the road who told this great story of the Queen just turning up one night, sitting down there very unannounced and having dinner. And those are the sort of stories that people have reflected to us, that she wasn't just this figurehead, that she tried to immerse herself in the community here. She opened schools, she visited workplaces, she visited hospitals. So people here giving us a real deep sense of why they feel such a personal connection to her. I guess the thing that we are looking to at the moment, though, Manny, will be whether or not there is that same sort of adoration and respect for the new king, King Charles. From the response that we've just seen then as he drove past, everyone applauded here. So that could give an indication of how people are feeling. But I think there will be questions about whether or not King Charles will be able to garner the same sort of respect that his mother did, being someone who a lot of people have reflected to us has been a unifier, someone who has bonded Scotland and England together in sometimes tumultuous times.
Alison Horn, thank you. Just from out the front of St Giles Cathedral in Edinburgh, we're just showing more live pictures there from just down the road from where Alison was standing. You can see the royal procession making their way through the streets. The streets, of course, surrounded by a lot of adoring people to pay their respects to Queen Elizabeth II, as well as the newly crowned king. So we can see them emerging from their car now. We can see the Queen's consort, Camilla, followed by King Charles III there, both emerging from their vehicle.